Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Tired Old Man. I hope everybody's been enjoying the videos that we've been posting. I know on Saturdays we've been kind of just all over the place and doing different ones, and it seems like we've got away from our homestead house. But we haven't got away from it. I just needed to wait till we got behind a little bit with our contractors. But we've got some pretty major stuff coming up, and if you've been watching or if you're just starting to watch, it's fixing to get really interesting. So I hope you will continue to watch. This video that you're seeing here is, I think, would be a pretty important video for you to watch in its entirety. It kind of shows you the inside of the house and what it's like in 2022. Some of these other videos that you've been seeing, they are videos that we shot really a few years ago, and we had to put the house on hold for some medical reasons and different things. I don't want to go into everything, the reason we put it on hold, but I want to more or less excite you for what is coming in the next few videos. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch this video in its entirety because I think it's pretty important. You hear that sound right there? Hear that little rattle? That comes from these windows right here on this door. And I've heard that all of my life. And so these windows and doors, that door, are going to stay because of that sound. I remember my pa coming in at night and shutting that door like that. And I've heard that sound all my life. My granny, she fussed about that. Can't you fix that? But if I think back on it now, that is something that was really sticks to me and something that I really want. This is a video of what the house looks like today. All these other videos or past videos that I've showed you, this video right here is I think it's June 22nd 2022, and so this is what the house looks like today. And yes, the house has been a while since we've done anything to it until we've started back to work. Now the contractors are actually here, not today, but I'm meeting one later today, and they've actually been here working, and so that's why you see some of the stuff that's scattered around. But this is the porch, and as you can see, the ceiling has been taken down. And if y'all will go back and watch another video, you remember I talked about Granny could beat her ice and sharpen her knife. Well, that was done right here. Right there, right here. And this is a new fireplace and chimney that I built. So the old one was taken down back in the 80s, and I would give my, as the saying goes, I would give my eye teeth if it was the same fireplace. But it's not. This is one that I built. Now it's got old brick on it, but this is one that I built. So anyways, I just wanted, I'm gonna do a video of each room and explain a little bit about each room. It is it's June 20 something and it's about 100 degrees in here, but I don't come here every week, and now sometimes it's every other week before I can come. I just come when I'm meeting with contractors. So I just wanted, while I was here, to show everybody what the house looks like now today. And as you can see, the floors on the porch, this is back down to the original porch. Now remember, this porch was added on later on, and you can see what I'm talking about in the ceiling. I'm going to step into the kitchen, and you can see, you see the new roof there? That's the underside of the tin on the roof. And then you can see the cedar shingles and how black it was that was cooked in the kitchen. That's what I was trying to explain to everybody in a previous video. and that's why this was added in. Now, and as you can see right here, this wall has been moved out, because this used to be, this main post right here, this used to be the corner of the kitchen, and from here that way towards Aunt Coors' room was breezeway before the porch was added. So when they added the porch, evidently they added some room to the kitchen part. And this, when I was a little boy, this was not kitchen. But anyways, I'm mixing the two videos together. I just wanted to show you that. Right now, we're talking about the porch. Let me see if I can set this up out of the way so I can get past. When I was a little boy, and as you can see, this window right here goes into Aunt Coors' room. This window is original to the house as far as I know. It's been there ever since I've been alive. And we saved that and made sure it got put back. But you can see that's an outside window, and that's what I'm talking about. This part was the only original part of the house, Aunt Coors' room and the big room. But this porch right here used to be, it was just open. There was nothing here. This was all before my time. But if you will look, you can see this is outside boards that were put on. Now this is when the kitchen was closed in. Kitchen was built before the porch was closed in, remember? But when this porch was closed in, or before it was closed in, when they added on to the kitchen, this is outside. And then they went back and put a roof on it and closed it in. But this right here, and I probably went too fast with the camera, I'm sorry, but a freezer set right here all of my life, in between this fireplace and this window going out the back, this back door. And this is where my granny froze her ice for me to beat for supper time and dinner time on the chimney. So this is just a little bit explaining. I know this insulation and stuff is in here in the way, and as you can see, we're putting electrical outlets in and things like that. So we got to have some modern conveniences. We got to have air conditioner and stuff like that. But the hot water heater is going to go into up above the ceiling here, and that's what all those pipes are for. And so I just wanted to show you this step right here is not original to the house. And if you remember in previous video, I said I don't know why Bobby took the step up, but he did. And when my son got ready to put the step back, he decided to build this step right here. And let me show you, move that stuff out of the way. And it's built with the old wood that come where we tore the barn down. And so he built that step right there. And so we're going to leave it. We like it. I think it's to period. It looks good on the house. So we're going to leave that step as it is. We're not going to put back the old one that was covered in carpet. And you can see we had to put some new boards on right here. We run out of siding boards, and I wanted it to match, so we put those on. But this is what I can tell you about the porch. I don't know what kind of ceiling we're going to put up there yet, but this is the porch. Like I said 15 times, I'm sorry, but I told you before, I'm not a professional doing this, but I'm just trying to get everybody so they'll know each room and kind of know a little bit about what we're doing. Now we're going to talk about the kitchen. And as you can see, you step out of the porch into the kitchen. This is the door that you come in that I told you makes the sound, the front of the house. You come in and then walk into the kitchen part. When I was a little boy, this was a dining room where we're standing now. And there was a wall right in here somewhere or another that separated the kitchen about halfway. We'll show you around here. About halfway is where it separated a dining room and the kitchen. And if you go back and watch some of the other videos, you'll see I talked about what went on in the kitchen part and stuff, and how I was scared of the kitchen when I was a little boy. But when I was probably, I don't know, this happened probably in the 70s, that wall got taken down. And that's when this part that used to be a dining room got turned into a living area with a couch and chairs, recliners and stuff like that. And then the kitchen, it was just one big room then. And then you had the kitchen over here in the corner, dining table, and there was a heater that sat there. When I was a little boy, there was a wood heater that sat there, and we actually burned wood in it. But that didn't, that got changed out for an oil heater. And when I was probably, I don't know, 6 years old or so. And then later on in life, it got changed to a gas heater. But you can see that we're back down to the original boards, and I'm going to show you. We're going to probably leave those, and of course we're going to pretty them up, but we're going to leave those. But we're going to do a little something different with the kitchen. Not going to tell you what we're going to do yet with the kitchen, but as you can see, that's what I was talking about earlier, how black it was up there. Smoke, and the closer you get this way, you can see the blacker it gets. And when you get right over here where the fireplace was, I mean, it's just as black as tar. And that's why. And as you'll see right here, there was a little bitty chimney that was there, and I don't know what that was used for. That was before my time, but I do remember that there was a chimney there when I was probably, I don't know, really young. I just can't remember that. That's back when I was scared of it, and I was told to stay out of the kitchen. So, and remember, we did not eat in the kitchen then. That was the dining room, and that's where we eat at. Then when it got changed around and just become one room, I was not scared of it anymore. That's some of the lumber right here that we have saved from either the house or where we disassembled the barn and took it down. And I'll probably do a video on the barn later on. But this is, I don't know how good you can see it. Now, we're not going to leave this rod sticking out right here. We're going to I'm going to cut this off and put something decorative on this rod. But this is the rod that I talked about earlier that slides in and out of the damper. And now we're inside of the oven. And as you can see, there's the damper hole right there up in the oven. And there's a bunch of stuff that's just got stored in the fireplace for right now. But this is what took me so long to figure out how to do on this fireplace. I didn't show this in the original video, but that's stepping up right there to make the fireplace work. I couldn't just cut it off halfway and halfway the fireplace right here and just put a flat floor in there. Because if I did that, then the smoke from burning a fire in the bottom of the fireplace would come up and hit that, and then it would just go out. It would just come out into the room, and then it wouldn't work right. So that is one of the things that took me so long. I don't know, only my bricklayer friends are going to know that is a big step each time to get over there. That's a lot to ask bricks to stay there like that and support themselves. But that's one of the things that took me so long to figure out how to do. And you can't, it's probably dark up in there and you can't see the damper. But I had to do that in 3 courses, 1, 2, 3. I had to get stepped over. And you say, well, there's 4 courses there. Yeah, but the 4th course is the floor of the oven. So that's why I say in 3 courses I had to be from here all the way over to here, because this course right here, you got the width of the brick. And so I had to come really more than halfway of the chimney over to get that oven built in there. And like I said, only my bricklayer friends are going to know what they're going to look at that and say it's never going to work. It's not going to work, but it does work, and it works great. But I didn't know when I was building it if it was going to work. But that's a little bit about the kitchen. And my wife and I we're kind of debating to have this whole room as just kitchen, or go back the way it was when I was a child and growing up, and really right on up till I was grown and married, have it a kitchen and living area. And then my wife talked about having the kitchen down here and the living area down here by the fireplace. So y'all can comment and tell us what you think we should do. I think we've already made up our mind, but I'm still not going to tell you. There's water lines that are going up to the hot water heater. They're just going to be in the wall. You won't see those. This window right here, as you can see, that's an old window, and it goes out to the porch. And that's used to be open, remember, before they closed it in. But anyways, that's a little bit about the kitchen as it is now, stands now. We've got contractors coming and working, and we've got stuff ordered. If anybody's watching this in 2022, they know that getting stuff is kind of hard and takes a while. So, and might tell why it's taken us so long. We've had some things come up, and we had to put this house on hold for a few years. And I don't, it's just personal reasons. I'm not going to get into that, I don't think. But anyways, that's the reason that the house is like it is, and we just had to put it on hold. But now we're going back to work on it, and it's June right now. Our intentions are to try to get it finished this year. Hope we do. All right, now we're going to step out of the kitchen living area, going through the porch. We're going into Aunt Coors' room. We're stepping up that step, and that's one of the reasons, I'll back up right there, and that's one of the reasons that my granny wanted to turn this. And remember, there used to be a wall right here going all the way over with a door that went in right here. If you watch some of the older videos, you remember that when this chimney was taken down, they added that wall and turned this into the washer and dryer used to sit right here, and they turned that part over there where the freezer was into a bathroom. But this step right here is one of the reasons for that, because they were getting older, and they wanted to make the bathroom not so far in here. So, but now we're going into Aunt Coors' room. And this room is just like some of the rest of them. It's got a lot of stuff stored in it. This is the fireplace that I built in here, and that's just got something that's been stored in there. The reason this looks like this is because it's going to be covered with a mantle from right here up to the ceiling. It's going to be covered with a mantle. So, but that is the fireplace that I built. That's Aunt Coors' fireplace. I'm actually standing where Aunt Cor used to sit. My whole lifetime, she sat right here in her rocking chair and looked that way. Her bed was over there, and I talked about that in some previous videos too, if you want to go back and see those. There's the window that leads out to the porch. This is going to be right here is going to be for the air conditioner. That's going to be the return for the HVAC system. But this room right here, another thing, we've not really decided what we're going to do with this room. We don't know yet. My wife wants to turn it into a bedroom. I'm not so sure. But anyways, I'll let you see that. I'm going to try to show you in here a little bit, if you can see.
this GoPro does not zoom in. And you see the way that they've cut that down to fit in there. We're in some of the original 1820s part of the house now. And you go over here, you can see the same thing where it's trimmed down to fit right there. This post, if you follow it up, you can see how it's trimmed down. I hope you can see that on camera. And this right here is where the steps used to be that went up into the loft. And you see that's the reason that we didn't do the loft, because it doesn't go up very far. It's not very high. And where the steps come up, once you got up there, you had to crawl because the ceiling was all the way down. So it would not met code now, I promise you, because it would have been a head bumper. But in the 1800s, there was no code. You just built what you could have. So, but that's the reason we thought about putting those steps back, and we really wanted to put them back. But there's nowhere in the house to put the steps and make it work where it would lead up into the attic. So we decided not to do that. But here's a Coors Room. Same thing. We've had to replace some of the boards in here, but we replaced them with boards that come out of the barn, and you can't tell the difference in them. So they look really good. We're going to try to keep those. Now I'm going to carry you into my room. This is where I slept when I was a little boy. Well, this is where I slept when I was a teenager. Let me take that back. I slept in the sojourner's room when I was a little boy. But this is where I slept when I was a teenager. Now, as you can see, it's not a bedroom anymore. We have left Kansas. We're not going to have it as a bedroom. We've turned it into a laundry room and bathroom. So shower's going to be here, sink's going to be there, stackable wash and dryer here. But my bed sit right here where this return is, and where this water stuff is for the washer and dryer. This is where my bed was at when I was a little boy. Or not little boy, teenager, I'm sorry. But now we've turned it into a bathroom. And as you can see, this is original to the house. Now this board is not. We had to replace that board. But this right here is original to the house. This was the outside of the house. And then they added this room right here sometime. And I talked about it in another video about what they did with Pa and Granny's bedroom. And I'll talk about that when I get over there in a minute. But this is what my room looks like now. Same thing. Now these floors are not 1820s because this room was added on, but they're 1800s. I just don't know when in the 1800s this room was added. This room right here was built in the 1820s. Now let's move on over to, we're walking out of Aunt Cora's room into the big room. Now I'm gonna turn around and try to go slow so I don't, and you can see it comes from the kitchen, the porch, in Aunt Cora's room. You had to walk through Aunt Cora's room and into this room. Now we moved this door. This door used to sit over about 3 feet from where it is now, maybe. We're back at the old home house and going to take a look around. I've already met with one contractor this morning, the plumber, and now the general contractor, I guess you would call him. He's going to do everything but the plumbing and the electrical work. He's going to be my painter and carpenter and just my do-all. So I'm going to meet with him in just a few minutes, but I wanted to give everybody a little walk around and tour and show you some stuff that I've seen earlier that I haven't showed anybody yet. My wife has seen it, but let's see. It's in the other room. It's kind of dark in here. I don't know how this is going to come out. But before that contractor gets back here, I wanted to show you. As you can see, this is what we call the big room. And if you go back and look at some other videos, where I did the walk through the house, I was actually standing in this area when that picture was taken. And this is the room that we called the corn crib. And this was actually my Granny and Pa's bedroom. Now it was a little bigger than this because I added this wall right here, and I know it's new 2x4s, but we run out of old ones. But we added this wall and shrunk this up and made the bathroom a little bigger. And as you can see, it's got beadboard ceilings. But I wanted to carry you, what I wanted to show you was in what is going to now be the bathroom. And wanted to show you, I was actually telling you in that video where I did the walkthrough of the house, you can actually see that's the outside wall of the house in old days, so to speak. It's now inside, but this used to be the porch that went into the backyard. And as you can see up there, this has been painted, but that up there has never been painted. And why I know this used to be the porch is if you can see right there, that's still the outside of the house. So this used to be the porch, and like I told you in that video earlier, it was turned into the bathroom. But I just wanted to show you, that's a little something that I was going to show you. My contractor is here now, and I don't know where he's going to be camera shy or not. So I'm going to turn the video off and see how he feels about being filmed. But just a little nugget I wanted to give everybody and show you before I met with the contractor. Thanks for watching.